Okay, Kelsey is our last person, right? That's it? Not missing anybody else. All right, when you're ready.
Hello, I'm Kelsey Crosscoat. The writer spent his metal fists at the damp page like crabbed writers. His little daughter and her friend with a bib insisted to top him with the height of a kite because he wouldn't equip her with a possible medal. The title probably went to a total of 20 picture acts. Part B. What a stentorian denunciation. Long live ubiquitous serendipity.
Thank you, Kelsey. All right, there was a tricky word in there that we never talked about that I was hoping people would catch and look up the proper pronunciation or catch it yourselves. Do you know what it was? Because I would like you to know what that word is.
Because.
Yeah. Everybody said because. C-U-Z. So little notes to make. The word is because, not because. So if you say the cause of something, you don't say the cuz of something. Right? So a little tricky word there. I wondered how people would find that, and by and large, we did not. So that was, I expected that. I assumed that people would have issues with that. Let's talk for a few minutes about the articulation list and the words in the assignment. There seemed to be some confusion, and I'm not exactly sure why. Because it said on the assignment sheet, how many words did you need to use of the list? And there are 27 of those, but some of you chose to not use all of them, I don't think. So I'm going to have to look at the video and listen and see who might have missed that, because some of your sentences were quite short. So, I was curious as to why...
It says use the list of words.
You're looking at...
For future classes.
Yeah, that's what I want to find out why there's confusion.
Just I think it's because, I wouldn't have known unless I knew. It says incorporate this list of words. I think when I saw it, I just thought we had to choose a couple.
No. And those of you who were not here on Thursday specifically missed that note. So I have some sympathy. But, so clearly there is some ambiguity there, but those that were here on Thursday did get that clarification, correct? I did clarify that in class. I want to seem like I was wrong about that. So, Josh, I think you were half asleep on Thursday, so not my fault. So, I understand that there may have been some confusion on the list, and I tried to clarify that in class. So that explains perhaps why. So I will be somewhat lenient in that, but I did want you to use all the words, because all the words had their particular challenges about pronunciation. So that was the point of those.
It makes it more sentences.
What's that?
It makes it more sentences.
It makes more sentences?
Yeah.
Absolutely it does. That's why in class I also said 3 to 5 may not be enough, 4 to 6 or so may be a better target. So, things I did say in class to help with that process. However, obviously there were enough of you gone on Thursday that caused an issue. So, let's talk about the articulation. What did you note about people's articulation when they were paying attention to it in this exercise? Okay. Pop the words a little bit, because they wanted to make sure they were spoken clearly, correctly.
You have to consciously think about T's and P's.
Yeah. Have to consciously think about that and practice it in your everyday speaking to make that T, medial D articulation different. So little is little, good to do. So practice.
You hear a lot of lesser words that we say all the time, that and but, for example.
The ending of that consonant, but, as opposed to but.
You like the lesser words, I said, I just said that, for example, or but, or.
Yeah, lots of little words, lots of conjunctions and words we say all the time that are constantly that we should be aware of that we don't always articulate clearly. Stop, right? Stop, as opposed to stop. So, something to incorporate into your work, and you'll get notes from me. Those that seem to struggle with particular sounds will get notes from me as I listen to the video and add to my evaluation sheet to give back to you on Tuesday. But for the most part, articulation was better. Did you note, we don't have to call them out, but did you note that some individuals had problems with some of the articulation? Fall back on bad habits, perhaps? Or be inconsistent? I'm not looking at you, Brianna. Because Brianna, actually, I thought your articulation was better than I've heard previously. So, yeah.
I think I, oh, were you telling me to do there?
Either one.
Okay, I think I
I was
got
thinking
lazy.
that it was not.
I think I got lazy when I went to part B, and that's why I messed up on the libidinous. And I was like,
Libidinous? Is that the one you did? I can't remember.
libidinous.
Yep.
Can't say it.
That was the point of going through those and repeating those sentences over and over and over again, so it became habitual for you as you came up.
I had it at home, and then I got up there, and
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. So.
Natural to do, performance anxiety or nerves or whatever. Okay. I think for the most part, when you're paying attention to it, your articulation is fine for most of you, but there are some of you for whom that is a particular challenge that you want to keep working on. And for everyone else, unless you are aware of it and practicing it on a regular basis, or coming back to it and trying some of these word lists, you're probably going to continue to have some challenges. So I'd urge you to keep working on, in your warm-ups, some articulation exercises and things that are helpful for you. But by and large, I thought that the articulation in this exercise was better than in, for example, the baseline reading from day one. Question?
I don't know if it's where I'm sitting, but pretty much everybody, I had problems hearing everything correctly. I think there were only 3 people that I could hear every word really well. But for the rest, there were always mumbles, and I'm like, wait, what is that?
Occasionally, maybe in some of the words that were spoken?
Yeah, I mean, not every single word. There was a lot for pretty much everybody.
I didn't, maybe it's from where I was seated, or standing, but I didn't hear significant issues with that. Occasional, but not significant.
Thank you.
I don't know. Yeah, certainly some challenges. This space is not always conducive to really strong, obviously it's a little echoey, a little bit still. Other thoughts, other comments? What about the fancy talk section? What's that?
Oh, yeah, that's
Used how to say to
How
find
to
out
say.
close. Good. The one thing I noted about the how to say, sometimes you have a British pronunciation instead of an American
Or just like
pronunciation.
an Italian, like you get like
Braggadocio
Yeah.
or braggadocio. And I think as long as you picked up on one of those accurate pronunciations, that's all that matters. Yeah. You can tell, I think, for the most part, who had taken the time to look those up and who maybe kind of were still guessing at the pronunciation. So make sure you use the resources that you have available to you as an actor to find out the pronunciation of unfamiliar words or words that you think are familiar but are not. So let's see. Perfidious. Perfidious is the pronunciation there. Ubiquitous was sounded out correctly by a couple of you. Good. Libidinous was as well. Elocutionary was, I thought. I didn't hear a lot of problems with that. Antediluvian, though. Somebody said that one. That's a tricky word that I think I might have heard mispronounced. I'm trying to remember. Braggadocio, we just talked about. Egregious, nice one. Anomalous as well. Good to use the resources you have as an actor to make sure you look up those words and pronounce them carefully. Let's turn our attentions for a second to the schedule for the last 2 weeks. Oh! Shit! The vis-a-vis is due to me, and I received a number of them from you. If you didn't submit it to me, your last chance is really tomorrow by email. I expected that to be done by now, so tomorrow by email is your last opportunity. The performance reports, last chance to turn those in is Tuesday of next week. important. Sonnets need to be memorized by Tuesday of next week as well. When you're working on the memorization, you're also working on your interpretation. So you're doing two things at once by next Tuesday. You're practicing your interpretation, your phrasing, your breathing, and you're also working on the memorization. So on Tuesday of next week, we'll do a memorization check and see where we are on that process. Also, schedule-wise, on Thursday of next week, you'll be doing your baseline recording one final time, so we can hear that, and you'll be able to compare the three paragraphs. We'll hear Princess and the Pea, or the football, or...
We do the same one?
Yes, you have to do the same one you did before. That's kind of the whole point. Okay, so baseline recording next Thursday. It's on our schedule that I passed out to everybody last couple weeks ago. Okay, what else am I thinking of? All right. The sonnet work is next week as well. So on Tuesday we'll be working on the sonnets. Thursday we'll take probably half a period because the baseline will only take a minute per person. So we'll take half a period on Thursday to go through sonnet exercises with that. And then the following Tuesday, Thursday, our performance of Spoon River and the sonnets. So Spoon River on Tuesday, sonnets on Thursday. So check your schedule. Sonnets on Tuesday, the final week. Sonnets, or sorry, Spoon River Tuesday. For your final performance, and sonnet.
The final Tuesday.
Second week of December. Right? This is first week of December. This is second week of December. So first week of December is when we come back from break. Sonnets are memorized, sonnet work and baseline. Second week of December, Spoon River on Tuesday and sonnet on Thursday. This is on the sheet. This shouldn't be a surprise unless you have not picked up the revised schedule, which I posted over there on the table about 2 weeks ago. Okay, so just look at the schedule. It's also on, should also be on our Blackboard site. Okay. Speaking of which, before I forget to tell you, I put a new document up there for you in the articulation area that I would urge you to print out and get familiar with. There are about 5 or 6 pages of commonly mispronounced words like probably, or words that are elided accidentally without knowing we're doing it. So take a look at that packet. It's about 8 or 9 pages. I'd urge you to print it out and look at some of those words for your own benefit over time. There are a good couple lists there that help you correct your pronunciation of commonly mispronounced words. I think almost every single person got probably right. Congratulations. What's that? Yours was a common? You mean the content or the way you delivered it? Content? Yes. I heard many snickers.
I'm thinking of spending money.
Questions before we wrap it up? We're going to end a little early. I have a meeting with my dean anyway, so we're going to end slightly early today. Video links on Wednesday morning. I will make a playlist of all these videos, and I'll email it out to you so you can hear how you sounded to us. And on Tuesday, will give you the evaluation form back with my comments and notes. And I think that's it. So, when are performance reports due? Last opportunity?
Tomorrow. Oh,
Vis-a-vis Tuesday. Vis-a-vis tomorrow. Performance reports on Tuesday. Also, I've been asked to remind everybody of 2 things. One, winter intersession registration is occurring now. So if any of you haven't taken Theater 110 and want to take a 5-week class online, you can take it from me. 5 weeks during the winter intersession. And obviously there are many classes available throughout the college that you may want to consider. So if 110 is on your list of things to think about, you might want to think about taking it this winter. Also, there is an evening of monologues or an evening of acting audition pieces in December. This is sponsored by the Drama Club. I believe it's December 3rd, but I'm looking to people to help me with that. December 3rd, is that a Tuesday? Tuesday. So Tuesday, December 3rd, in perhaps here or the black box, it's still being determined, I think, probably in here. There will be 4 or 5 theater faculty here to adjudicate and listen and give feedback to those that are prepared with their pieces. So I think the time is 7, but I'm not positive. So look for your student email accounts, please, for that information. It will be coming out to you shortly. And also Solopalooza is the last week of December, last week of classes. On a Tuesday and a Wednesday, Solopalooza in this space. Anybody in Solopalooza, solo class this semester?
And Wednesday, Thursday.
Wednesday, Thursday, thank you. Wednesday, Thursday, poster will be up soon. Just one person in Solo?
What day is it? Wednesday, Thursday.
Do you know what day you're going?
7, 9,
Okay, as soon as you know, tell us.
11.
So, Solopalooza, 11 and 12, Wednesday and Thursday in this space at 7:30. I think those are the big announcements. Any other announcements for the good of the order? Yes?
Is there a final test?
Yes, thank you. Good. Yes, on the revised sheet, it gives the final day of the final exam due date, and I think I've moved that up to 14th. Yeah, so check the schedule, and the test will be completed and ready for you by next Tuesday, so you'll have almost 2 weeks.
Oh, dang.
So thank you for reminding me. There is a final exam. It's just like the last final exam, or last exam online. Okay? All right, that's it. Thank you all. Have a good Thanksgiving. Enjoy your festivities. Yeah, that's fine. It would be better to wait until the end of the semester. If it's too late, December 12th or December 14th, before then. So that's up to you, I guess. When's your drop dead deadline? I don't see anything.
Just December 1st was when.
Oh, okay.
But,
So it has to be before then.
I think, I'm pretty sure, I'm not entirely sure, but I'll check, but I just.
December 4th is, that's next week, obviously, so that's fine. So give this back to me and let me
You
just.
guys, I just my official transcripts, I just wanted to, have a list of classes that I'm in right now.
Okay.
And then you can sign off, like, we have to review these classes. I think that's really good.
Yeah, I have to figure out the grade based on. If we do better to wait. How long is it to do that? Fill that in for you.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, these are the sentences, sir. They're on your handout that has all those articulation exercises we were working on. What I'd like you to do is choose practice them. Do them for me.
This is a transfer day, where they want to know what class I'm taking.
That way I can really give you an honest grade on these sentences.
This primary school, it's common.
I see.
This is on this packet right here. Okay, good. Goodbye, have a good weekend.
But even though they're not.
Yeah, you have some articulation issues. You are struggling. You did. I think you can still work on a number of ending P's and B's, for example. I'll find a quick. I have to find you. Here.
kind of, I had to say the way that,
Uh-huh.
say the way how I feel it.
Yeah, but articulation it has nothing to do with interpretation, really. I mean, they could be, but in this case, they're not. Crab, right? Crab. You have a tendency to want to get rid of the B, so it's crab. Crab makes. Crab makes me feel funny. Crab. It's that plosive. It's that B sound that comes off the end of the words that are tricky for you. Same thing with weird. D and D. That first day of exercises we did of those sentences. Crab, Bob, weird, dad. You've got to get that sound out.
Okay.
You're shortchanging it. You're giving only little.
I see what you mean.
Mhm. So same thing here. Instead of the T sound, you said the D sound. With my little, it's not. It's a T sound. It's little. Little daughter.
I see your point now.
Instead of little daughter, right? Little daughter. T, D substitution. So that's what we worked on in class. And so you're still struggling a bit with some of that articulation and clarity. That clarity of articulation. It would help you to slow down a bit and speak more clearly and not get going so fast that words get swallowed.
But that's what comedy is, dude.
Yeah, but as actors, we need to learn to articulate.